David Umahi said he doesn't want to join issue with Seyi Makinde, that his own job is quite different from that of the governor. Now hear him out as he, out of pride, also give out that which they have been asking, how much per kilometer. Hear him out.
Somebody showed me what my brother and friend, Governor Makinde of Oyo State said. I don't want to join issues with him, but I think he's an engineer. I think he's an electrician. Oh, sorry, they call it elect. Elect. This road construction, elect, no reach there. This controversy of cost per kilometer, I've told you that this project is about 43, but we have increased it to utilize the money that is, given for the project by the last administration, which was 73 billion. So we've increased it to about 45, kilometer. By now, if we are doing surface dressing on the shoulders, the cost will different. If we are doing, using asphalt on the shoulders, the cost will be different. If we are using concrete as we are using, the cost is different. Now, the redesign of the pavement is also different because we are putting 10 cm of stone base and put another 10 cm of stone base, with cement in it. If we don't do this, the cost will be different. So it is being mischievous when you ask for cost of length of a road, but by the professorial information, you can ask for cost per kilometer could be estimated, could be divided into two sections. One, estimated cost. And the estimated cost of this project is you divide 73 billion over 45 kilometers. That is the estimated cost. Why? Because this cost has the elements of contingency, it has the element of UOP. They may not likely going to be used. So when you dish out that information to the public, then you are bound by that. So it is an estimated cost you will say to have. And what is estimated cost is the total bill of quantity cost divided by the total length you want to do. That length could increase. The variables in realizing the construction, to completion will also be facing a situation of change. And so you can only have an estimated cost. But when you have finished these projects, and of course, you can see that in this project, there are some places you are using the existing median. There are some places you are going to install new median. Will the cost be the same? It is not possible. So when you have finished, maybe at the end of the day, you remove VOP, you remove contingency you have not used. Maybe it is 70 billion, and probably you have done maybe 50 kilometer. Then that is when you divide and say you have an average cost. Average cost is definitive. Then estimated cost is a probable element. And so, when I heard, somebody showed me what my brother and friend, Governor Makinde of Oyo State said. I don't want to join issues with him, but I think he's an engineer. I think he's an electrician. Oh, sorry, they call it elect. Elect. This road construction, elect, no reach there. I'm a senior in governance, and I'm a senior in engineering practice. And so anything he doesn't understand, he should call me and ask. And I will not join issue because I have respect for our governors. I have respect for him as my friend and brother. But he should withdraw the word that I'm dancing around. I never dance around. And if he insists, he should come for debate. That is very important. He should come for debate, and we can this thing, So there is no ambiguity in cost per kilometer, but I'm teaching them that cost per kilometer could be divided into estimated cost, which has elements of variance, and then average cost, which is definitive. That is what it is. And I saw where somebody that was darkening counsel without knowledge went to ask AI, what is the difference between the cost per kilometer and the average cost? And I'm happy that AI told him what I told him. I'm happy that the NUC program on who is a professor also made me right. You can become a professor by reason of your practice. And I think that God has made me one when it comes to practical field engineering, programs. That is what it is. You can't take it back.
Thank you very much.
If we ask you for money, please procast it. Tape us. But we take very hard decision to help this country. And so, the second carriageway going to Abuja is hereby taken away from China Harbour. You are going to get local contractors from tomorrow to come and put concrete in the inner shoulder and the outer shoulder. And I'm giving it as a directive. Is that okay? You get, even if you are getting two local contractors, then one is on the outer shoulder, one is on the inner shoulder. Don't worry about the pavement. When they are working, let them use a stone base to make up the carriageway. Then later we can mill and then. So on this, the outer shoulder that is going to Kefi, okay? Now you find out that it's a very sharp slope. So we are going to use, curb, but I wouldn't want to use the kind of curb that China Harbour is using. Those small curbs, they have to go and bring the machine and lay the curb. When they lay it, I'm on tape. If you don't get my directive, you get it from the tape. When they lay the distance, then they will make up the shoulder, and then do either to pitching or cast concrete to slope to the existing drain. Then they deseal the drain, and then also do concreting on the other, slope also, so that you have a very clean lane, on it. Having done 41 kilometers, they have another 2 kilometers, which I say, don't worry about the remaining 2 kilometers of this Kefi bound. Go to the Maraba and they start to do it. I think, when contractors feel that they have godfathers, when they feel that they have a people that, will destroy your reputation and this thing, they behave anyhow. And then China Harbour is one of them. You're one of them. Because a minister will give you directive, I don't know what is giving you the impetus to disobey the destiny. So they shouldn't touch that. Not any length. Talk anything you want to talk. The welfare of the people is more important. And God is seeing all of us. Okay? You can't be chasing money at the detriment of the lives of the people. I've been here more than 5 times. We've begged you, we've given instructions, we've given directives. You flout it. For what? Who are you? You can't do this in your country. And henceforth, controllers and directors, any place I see where a contractor is on the road and we are having challenges, sir, I will recall the controller and I will recall the director. Controllers should have unfettered access to me as the minister. The same thing with zonal directors. When you have a challenge, escalate it to the zonal director, to the director of the head of the department, and to the PAM secretary, and to me. After 24 hours, you are not being obeyed by the contractor. Because I will hold you responsible. We cannot be on a project and you see a road cut into 2. It's not allowed. We can't allow it. So when you have written to the contractor, copy the thing to the head of a department, to the controller, the director in charge of the zone, and to the PAM secretary. We are not saying you should not keep the protocol, but let all the layers of authority know there's nothing wrong with that. Any bureaucracy that we put the people to suffer must be broken. If the president has done everything to, give us money to work, and then we are using bureaucracy, or we are in connivance with contractors to put the people to suffer, it's not acceptable, because God, beyond the president, will ask us what we have done with the opportunity given to us. This is the final warning, Director. Director, his name is Director Buago. Yes, we know. Like at Nyanya, Axis, is because of the market. We have market trading on the road in a number of locations. Our inspection today, we are going with the governor of Nasarawa State. If the governor will do the demolition to create additional carriageway, we fix additional carriageway over those locations, and there will be no more traffic on those locations.
Journey issue with anybody is not a problem, so long as the job is done accurately and transparently. But in the situation whereby a man whose responsibility is to make sure that the job is done and being accountable to the people is now behaving as if is the mini God, I believe that is where the problem lies. We just want a Nigeria that will work, Nigeria that is transparent, Nigeria that anybody from nowhere, you don't need to be a governor, be a minister, before you can hold anybody accountable that I need this. A situation whereby freedom of information is there. Anybody can walk into any office and begin to make inquiry about how our taxpayer money is being spent. Until we have that, I believe where we are now is still be where we will eventually be, God forbid, in the next 10, 20 years. Because some of these ministers, commissioners, senators, some of them behave as if they are above the law. Anyway, whatever you think, drop your comment in the comment section once again. Share and follow the page. For the record, and Nigeria money now they use. And as a result of that, you don't need to be anybody before you can ask some questions that will demand answers from these ministers.